Test.
Is this a different gavel?
It's smaller, just for you.
Seems kind of like a downgrade. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. This meeting of the Anderson Township Board of Zoning Appeals is hereby called to order. This board was established pursuant to Section 519.13 of the Ohio Revised Code by the Anderson Township trustees to provide administrative relief to any person or entity adversely affected by the Anderson Township zoning resolution. Will the secretary please call the roll?
Mr. Nye?
Here.
Mr. Shekels?
Here.
Mr. Halpin?
Present.
Mr. Sion?
Thank you for coming to this meeting of the Anderson Township Board of Zoning Appeals. Please be aware that this meeting is audio and videotaped and may be carried live on television. First, I'll outline our procedures. A summary of the appeal is presented by the staff, then the appellant will present its case. The board members may then ask questions of the appellant. After that, all persons supporting the appeal will be permitted to testify one at a time after being recognized by the chairman. That's me. When those persons supporting the appeal are finished, those opposed to the appeal will then be permitted to testify and or ask questions of the board after being recognized by the chairman. Again, that's me. If you are neither in support of nor against a case, please speak with the people against. All persons wishing to testify, whether for or against an appeal, may only do so after being sworn in. I'll swear you in a minute. When testifying, each person must come forward to the podium after being recognized, speak into the microphone and state their name, address, and any affiliation to the case. All persons testifying will be limited to 4 minutes unless a board member requests additional time. All testimony should be given to the board only. No comments or questions are to be directed to the appellant or anyone else in the audience. The board will only hear new, non-repetitive evidence or questions. Should someone wish to show support of previous testimony, they may do so by following the testimony procedures and stating their support of the testimony. Now, will all persons who may give testimony this evening please stand, raise your right hand, and swear or affirm? Do you swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. All right. Are there any changes to tonight's agenda?
None from staff?
None from staff. Okay.
I move that we accept the agenda as issued.
Motion? Second. Please call the roll.
Mr. Shekels?
Aye.
Mr. Halpin?
Aye.
Mr. Sion? Aye. Mr. Nye?
Aye. Okay, the agenda is approved. The second item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the November 6th, 2025 meeting. Are there any changes to the minutes?
None from staff?
No.
Motion to approve the minutes as published.
A second.
Motion is second. Please call the roll.
Mr. Shekels?
Abstain.
Mr. Halpin?
Aye.
Mr. Sion?
Aye.
Mr. Nye?
Aye. All right, the minutes are approved. The third item had been case 14, 2025, which related to an appeal of a zoning violation letter for 6694 and 6700 Clough Pike. That has been continued. Is anyone here for that case? No, great. Okay. The next item on the agenda is consideration of case 25-2025 BZA, which is a request for a variance for a 24 by 29 foot addition in the rear yard with a 12-foot side yard setback where a 15-foot setback is required at 7390 Wallingford Drive. This is submitted by Mark and Pamela Leonard. Are the Leonards in the?
Correct.
Okay, great. All right, will staff please present case number 25?
Hold on 1 second. All right, there we go. So as Mr. Nye just announced, this is case 2025 BZA with Mark and Pamela Lenhart, property owners at 7390 Wallingford Drive. As stated previously, it is a variance request for a 24 by 29 foot addition in the rear yard with a 12-foot side yard setback where 15 foot is required per Article 3.3 C2B. So the applicant, as stated, is proposing 24 by 29 if a proposed height of 14 feet 6 inches. The layout is part of the applicant's objective to create an ADA compliant addition designated to support the age-in-place needs. The applicant has stated that the proposed addition will be similar in the enclosed porch to the right of it, which would have a cathedral ceiling with matching glass panels in the upper tier to match the enclosed porch. The remaining windows are said to be argon-filled, matching the windows of the existing primary structure as well as the porch. The history of the home was built in 1973, and the current owner purchased the property in 1982, and in September of 2017, Anderson Township approved a zoning certificate for an addition of an enclosed porch in the rear yard. So here's a property map. We're looking at Wallingford Drive. You got yourself your aerial, topography. And here's some pictures. This is facing the house and then facing more towards the driveway. Here's the rear yard where the proposed addition is. The bottom right picture is the neighboring property. Here's a look facing the backyard. And then here's the submittal by the applicant. So findings, staff is of the opinion that the variance is not substantial. The applicant is requesting a 3-foot variance, giving the property a new setback of 12 feet. Staff is of the opinion the essential character of the neighborhood will not be altered. The addition is supposed to be consistent with the style of the existing enclosed porch and is also located in the rear yard where it is limited visibility from the street. And while rear yards of adjoining properties may have a greater view, it is at a steep enough grade in the rear yard to provide screening from the houses on Lawyer. Staff is also of the opinion that the property owner's predicament may not be feasibly obviated through some other method than a variance. The applicant had explored and designed an alternative option that would make the addition 21 by 29 feet to meet the setback requirement. However, this would not achieve the applicant's stated objective of creating an ADA compliant addition designed to support future mobility needs. Staff is also of the opinion that the spirit and intent of the zoning requirement would be observed by granting the variance, although the addition will have a 12-foot side yard setback where 15 feet is required. The adjoining residence would still be located approximately 34 feet away from this residence, which maintains the intended separation between structures. And of course, the proposed addition will match the existing enclosed porch in form and material. And here are the standards to be considered.
Thank you. Any questions from the board?
No.
Okay, will the appellant or the appellant's representative please come to the podium, speak into the microphone, state your name and address, any affiliation, and present your case.
Hello, my name is Mark Lenhart. I'm here with my wife Pam, and we are the appellants. So thank you for taking your time for being here tonight, and thanks staff for putting together the summary report tonight. We bought our home here in Anderson 43 years ago, and as we look to the future, we've decided we want to spend the next chapter of our lives right here where we raised our family in Anderson Township. So in doing that, we decided we wanted to build a first floor primary suite and include a fully accessible area that would meet any of our future needs, whatever they may be. Based on the current layout and topography of our yard, we found it difficult to create the necessary clearances within the rooms and the bathroom to make it wheelchair or walker friendly while still maintaining the 15-foot required setback. And we found that if we just added 3 more feet off to the side, that we could build the addition that would meet our needs both today and into the future. I won't go through the details, or I'm sure you've read it, it's in the report, so, sorry for the length of the report, but I did want to show that we made an effort and hired an architect to actually to draw a set of preliminary plans. And we were going to go forward with those, and the more we studied it, once we saw it on paper, we said, I don't want to spend that much money and just not be happy, you know, at the end of the day, that everything was just too tight. So and that's why we're here tonight. We've filed the appeal. We thank you for your time, and be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions from the board?
None?
Okay, thank you very much. Is there anyone else present who would like to speak in support of the appellant? Come on up. Please give us your name and address and tell us anything you'd like to tell us.
Okay. Hi, I'm Emily Kirk, and I'm here with my husband Kevin, and we live at 7398 Wallingford Drive. We are neighbors, and when they told us about their plans, they considered us in their planning, and we, of course, said you should make it bigger if you can, and so we were fully in support. We just want to be here to say that we're fully in support of it. So I don't really have anything else to add, but
Any questions from the
any
board?
questions?
No, I'm good.
You're the house, as you stand in the street, you're the house to the right, is that
Correct.
correct? And you have a shed kind of at the end of your driveway that is close-ish to the property line?
Yeah, apparently. We learned that too. So
Okay, okay.
we've learned a lot, but yes, that's us.
That's
And
you.
yes, we have no problem with their design. They've informed us of everything along the way. They've been very considerate, and we think it's great. We're thrilled to keep them as neighbors, so.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak in support of the appeal here? All right, seeing none, is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to the appeal in case 25? All right, hearing none.
Motion to close the public hearing
Oh,
on case
oh,
25-25.
Did you ask for opposition?
I did.
Okay, I didn't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Will you please call the roll?
Mr. Shekels?
Aye.
Mr. Halpin?
Aye.
Mr. Sion?
Aye.
Mr. Nye?
Aye. All right, our next agenda item is discussion of case 2025. Would anyone like to start us off?
Sure. After doing a field visit and reviewing the documents in detail and looking at the staff's opinions, I don't see any reason not to support this.
I'm in favor.
Also in favor.
I agree as well. It's not a substantial variance. It won't adversely affect the essential character of the neighborhood. It won't affect delivery of governmental services. No other way to feasibly obviate their predicament, and I think the spirit and intent would be observed by granting the variance. And so I also support it. Does anyone care to make a motion?
Mr. Chairman, in case number 25-2025 BZA, I move we grant the variance request citing the documents submitted by the owners and the staff report as evidence that any construction start within 1 year and be completed within 2.
Second the motion.
Any additional discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. Shekels?
Aye.
Mr. Halpin?
Aye.
Mr. Sion?
Aye.
Mr. Nye?
Aye. All right. We will journalize that later here today, and you can call staff tomorrow to pick up your certificate. You're welcome to hang around for that, but there's really no reason to. Okay. Thank you. All right, the next agenda item is consideration of case 26-2025 BZA. It's a conditional use request for a short-term rental at 7856 State Road. Will staff please present case 26?
Thank you, Chair. So this application for case 26-2025 BZA submitted by the property owners of 7856 State Road, Guillermo and Alicia Vasquez, zoned B residence. It's a conditional use request for a short-term rental per Article 5.4 I-15 of the Township zoning resolution. They plan to operate a short-term rental in an existing house in a existing single-family residence through platforms like Airbnb and VRBO in accordance with the zoning resolution. Guillermo Vasquez has owned the property since 2010, and Alicia was added as a property owner in 2020. There is one zoning certificate on file issued in October of 2014 for the shed that's in the rear yard of the property. Here is the property map from Cagis, the aerial. The shed is over in this corner here, I believe. Is the topography map. So relatively flat topography, no significant elevation change. Here are photos from our site visit. showing the front of the property, and then the view from the side there. View looking east along State Road, and then the view across the street across State Road. Here's looking at the rear yard, and then you can see the shed that we issued the zoning certificate for there in that northeast corner of the property. More photos of the rear yard, and looking back to the rear yard from the side yard there on that right-hand side from, if you're facing it from the road. Here is the applicant's submission. So the findings for the general criteria outlined in Article 212D8A. Staff is of the opinion that the proposed use would comply with the spirit and intent of the zoning resolution and with the purposes of the district by meeting the conditional use standards outlined in the zoning resolution. Staff is of the opinion that the proposed short-term rental would not have an adverse impact on adjacent properties, and the use would be consistent with a single-family dwelling. Staff is of the opinion that the proposed short-term rental will respect natural, scenic, and historic features of significant public interest. The applicant has stated no exterior alterations or lighting changes will be made, no impact to public services. They've stated their intent to maintain the property to the highest standards and preserve the natural qualities of the area. The conditional use is in accordance to the following areas of the township's comprehensive plan, including the housing goals seen here in the staff report and in the presentation. For the specific criteria outlined in Article 5.4 I-15, the applicant has stated that traffic and parking for this short-term rental would be fully contained on the property and limited to 4 vehicles in the driveway. For item L, the applicant states that a noise monitoring system will be installed in the home, which will notify the property owners if tenants are too loud, allowing the property owners to make contact with the tenants to resolve the issues before, ideally before it becomes an impact to neighboring properties. No exterior alterations or new structures are proposed. No changes are proposed to the existing lighting, and none of the existing lighting are directed at adjacent properties. Neighbors directly adjacent to the property will have contact information for the property owners and have been invited to contact them with any questions or complaints. And neighbors will also be provided an email for submitting complaints. Meals will be served, meals will not be served to guests or residents at this property as part of this request. Here are the standards. These are the specific standards, and then here are the general standards to be considered by the board. Happy to answer questions.
Any questions for staff?
No.
Okay, will the appellant or the appellant's representative please step forward, state your name or affiliation, state name, address, and affiliation, and present your case.
Sure. My name's Guillermo Vasquez, 7856 State Road. So we're owners. My wife, Alicia Vasquez, is here. So our goal is to basically keep the house. If we have her family's in Massachusetts and in Maine. They come out and visit often. My family's out in California, so our goal is to actually move somewhere else and have somewhere for them to stay. But in order to maintain that, we'd like to keep it so that we can basically make that mortgage payment still. And when it's not being vacated by family, or when family's not in there, we'd like to have someone else come in and just stay at the place.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Questions from the board?
No.
Your application said you were moving. Do you still live in the house, or you've moved?
We still live in the house. We started this process because we actually were under contract for a house. So our plan was to move on that, and then that contract fell through.
Okay.
So we're still looking to do this, and we're still looking to move forward with that. But yeah, so we were trying to get ahead of it as quickly as possible.
And your intent is to stay in Anderson or Newtown or
Correct.
thereabouts?
Correct.
Okay.
We live in the Anderson area for sure.
Okay. I don't have any other questions. Nothing else?
No.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak in support? Hearing none, anyone who would like to speak in opposition? All right. Motion?
Motion to close, public hearing for case 2620-2025.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Shekels?
Aye.
Mr. Halpin?
Aye.
Mr. Sine?
Aye.
Mr. Nye?
Aye. All right, the next agenda item is discussion of case 26. Would anyone like to start us off?
Mr. Chairman, I reviewed the submittal and the owner's responses, and I don't know of any reason not to grant the conditional use request.
I'm okay with it.
So,
Paul, anything to add?
no. A
Other
motion?
Paul I meant,
Oh,
but
he shook his head. We saw it.
we got too many Pauls up here.
Okay.
I agree. I think they meet the criteria, FHL, M, SV, X, and Z. And the four factors you have to consider, spirit and intent, adverse effect, protection of public services, and consistent with adopted plans. I think those are all weigh in favor of granting the conditional use permit. And so I agree with that. Would anyone care to make a motion?
Sure. Mr. Chairman, in case 26-2025, I move we grant the conditional use request, citing the staff report and the emphasis on the specific criteria and the responses from the owner that are listed on page 2 are all in conformance.
Second motion.
Any additional discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. Shekels?
Aye.
Mr. Halpin?
Aye.
Mr. Sine?
Aye.
Mr. Nye?
Aye. All right, we'll be able to pick up paperwork from them probably tomorrow, give them a ring. We're just gonna do a little paperwork here and then we'll be done. You're welcome to stick around for that, but I wouldn't if I were you. Thank you.
It's not a record, but it was short.
That's quick.
Yeah.
What was the second condition? What was the second condition? What was the second condition that Shekels said?
But yeah, when I got out of the Army, I was still under the old, just like you were, under the old GI Bill, yeah. So that gave you 10 years in which to use the education benefit. So I got accepted at Xavier in the master's program, and Xavier and the Army paid for it,
Well,
and a stipend.
we have one son-in-law who's a colonel in the Marine Corps. He's stationed in Georgia now, and they were up over Thanksgiving, and their daughter is a junior in high school, and we're talking about the GI Bill now. Anywhere she wants to go, she's covered. He doesn't.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Yeah, I guess they're desperate.
That's a healthy benefit. I mean,
It's a great benefit.
that's initially why I made the decision if I'm gonna wait out or go, I'd go, get it over with, and get the GI Bill.
Yeah, no, they drafted me, but I enlisted to stay in the longest possible training program, so that, because at the time they were sending draftees to Vietnam,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to get into
No,
a shooting war.
Yeah, they offered me, there was like 4 or 5 of us in our basic class, they called out, asked us if we would like to apply for OCS.
Yeah,
I said, no, thank you.
well, the only reason I went to OCS was because it was a 6-month training program.
Yeah, but then, you know right where you're going, right
Yeah.
to the front.
But unfortunately, I got into a fight just before graduation and got kicked out for behavior on becoming an officer. Yeah, it was just before graduation. I went through all that time.
Actually, they made a pitch, as we were talking, to see if I want to go to warrant officer school at the end when I was getting close.
Yeah,
And they wanted a 6-year commitment, and I'm saying, the warrant officer is the best duty in the Army,
Yeah.
it really is.
you're in the middle.
You're basically some kind of clerical duty, be it a lawyer, an accountant, or whatever, you know, it's, warrants are all in that middle ground of,
No, lawyers are-
we don't get to
lawyers
make
are
any
officers.
decisions, we don't
Yeah.
get to get in any
Yeah.
fights.
Lawyers are officers, they're not warrant officers. Could be paralegal are enlisted, but I was a JAG.
You were a JAG?
Yeah, so you're in as an officer, not,
Yeah,
warrants were our IT people.
There was no IT back then.
Radio-
You
radio
go to the
operators.
library and pull the book out and search through the
Yeah.
book until you
Operate that
find
card
it.
catalog.
and the typewriter was manual typewriter. And I remember when the first handheld calculator came out in 1968, Texas Instruments, and it was this big. It was bigger than your hand. All it did was multiply, add, subtract, and divide. But it was neat.
Yeah, I had a slide rule up through freshman
You had
year
one
of
here
college.
like a month ago.
Yeah,
2 months
yeah,
ago.
yeah, brought in a
I
slide
brought my
rule.
slide rule in, yeah.
I hadn't seen one of those in 30 years. I've never used one, but my dad showed me his
They are
30
neat.
years ago.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are
I
neat to-
used it when I was first in college. I started out in mechanical engineering, and then I got
Me too, but I
involved in-
couldn't operate the slide rule.
Yeah. I got involved in a fraternity, and the next thing you know, I didn't have enough time for school.
Happened to the best of us.
Yeah, so I transferred to Xavier.
Yeah.
That was at the University of Dayton.
But,
It was that back when Dayton was, UD was a smaller school. And we had a hell of a basketball team. We actually won the NIT in my sophomore year there.
Spitfield House.
Yeah,
What year was that?
that would have been 68, because I went up to, one of my housemates was from Manhattan, lived in Manhattan, so we went up to his house, and we went to Madison Square.
The old gardens.
Yeah, Madison Square Gardens, and watched the game.
I had a client who played basketball at Dayton and around that era, but I can't quite remember when. His name was John Van Norman? Does that sound right?
Sounds like familiar name.
Familiar?
I
He's-
can't remember the name of the star ball player, though.
Yeah.
It's just been that long ago.
So times have really changed. Our one grandson is a freshman at Purdue,
Yeah,
and we were talking to him for Thanksgiving. The bars ID everybody that walks in, and if
Oh,
you,
no.
and if you're not old enough to drink, they will not let you in the door.
Imagine
I
that.
told him, we used to go to the varsity mug club up by UC, which is
yeah. I
round
remember the
hole.
varsity
Yeah.
ball club.
Friday nights were 25-cent beers, big
Yeah.
mugs.
Holy
And
moly.
anybody who walked in the door got one.
And at the time,
UC is still like that, according to my son.
Simpler times.
with driver's license were paper in those
Oh,
days.
yeah, you'd slit them and slide your, yeah.
Well, if you were really good with a typewriter, you could change your birth date to make you 21, which I did.
They said they're really strict about it up there in West
Just a
Palm.
reminder, this is being recorded.
Statute of limitations is run on all of those. I'm pretty
We're,
confident.
yeah, this is okay conversation. I'll have this in front of anybody.
That was back when I was 16.
You know. Well, actually, we wouldn't have this conversation if we had our paperwork.
This is very true. I had to make some edits. Just trying to reduce your screen time, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, those were the days. Varsity mud, yeah.
You remember that? Yeah. Was down in a little hill there. Yep.
Right down underneath, across the street from, what was the
There was a pickle barrel and there were Shipley's.
Yeah.
Shipley's.
Should we go in
All right, we got a thing up here.
Okay.
Let's do it. All right, this is review of case 25.
And then you had Blind Lemons. Not Adams.
Could we add number 2 that there are, the neighborhood includes sheds in the rear yard close to the property line?
This neighbor, that's not their shed though, is it?
Uh,
Yeah.
No, it was
The neighbor had one, they had one,
Yeah.
and someone else over there had one.
Yeah, they did have, theirs was back in the back corner.
Yep.
I'm good with everything on the screen there.
Yep.
Is that the correct date, 28th? It is.
Mr. Chair, with
I'm good.
regards to case 25-2025, I move that we approve and journalize it.
Second.
Any additional discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. Shekels?
Aye.
Mr. Halpin?
Aye.
Mr. Sion?
Aye.
Mr. Nye?
Aye. All right, case 26 is the last for journalization.
Used to hang out at the Blind Lemon back in the day. Up in Mount Adams.
Focus up, John.
We're back on, boy, that
was-
was quick.
In number 3, can we change the applicant has stated that no, and just say no exterior altar lighting? Just start the sentence with no. Yeah, same in that following sentence. The applicant will maintain the I'm good with all this.
I'm good.
Okay, we're missing one of the specific criteria, though. We're missing F, which is the parking criterion.
That's been removed.
It's in
There
the,
should be 6 now.
yeah. It's there under H.
F,
Oh, you're talking about the,
F and Z under text amendments have been removed.
okay.
They're still in our report.
Are they?
They are. No wonder I was thrown off. F is in the report, actually Z is not.
Is
Okay.
Are there 7 listed there? Then?
There are 7 here.
Okay, there
and
should be
6.
6. Yeah.
Okay.
We were just testing you guys.
Did I pass? Maybe. I didn't notice it before.
Partial marks.
I'll take it. My personal preference would be to change, the applicant has stated to just a, parking for the traffic and parking will be whatever, fully contained, et cetera. You can turn that off in settings somewhere. You used to be able to. Same with L. You can start it with a noise monitoring system.
Shouldn't it say, and limited to a maximum of 4 vehicles in the driveway?
It does.
It says limited to. You don't limit to minimums, at least when you're counting up.
Yeah. At the bottom, number 2, I would add what I said about consistent with the owner's responses to the specific criteria.
Aren't those responses
Is that-
in the plans and letter
Well-
dated November 14th? It just seems kind of duplicative, doesn't it? Like these responses? You know? Like,
That's not, is that them?
yeah. This
Oh,
is their
okay.
letter.
Oh, okay.
I think 1 and 2 are the same if you have that in there. I don't think we
All
need
right,
to.
well, yeah, okay, I'm good with that then. We can cover it that way.
Does anyone disagree with that?
Nope, I'm good.
Good.
We just saved ourselves a line of type.
Anyone have any other edits here? I'm good.
I'm good.
Mr. Chair, with regards to 26-2025 BZA, I move that we approve and journal that.
Second.
Any additional discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. Shekels,
Aye.
Mr. Halpin,
Aye.
Mr. Sion,
Aye.
Mr. Nye.
Aye.
Motion to dismiss.
Granted.
Adjourn.
Adjourn.
Any opposition?
Nope.
Meeting adjourned.